So here's the thing. If you hit Ctrl+Z in Windows, it deletes things. So it deletes the last thing that you did. I didn't know this. That didn't seem smart to me. So I just lost a whole bunch of my video content for this video. The intro, which is okay, not a big thing, but also parts of the thing I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I wanted to talk about gouache and watercolor, but some of my gouache footage got lost, and obviously I took it off the camera, so yay me, how smart am I, right? Anyways, let's see what I can recover. This was supposed to be about gouache, but sadly exactly the gouache part of the video got lost, but I'm gonna try to make the best of it and still give you something to listen to while we watch this. So as I mentioned before, the kind people from Arteza sent me quite a big pack of watercolor and also gouache. And I never tried gouache before, but I always wanted to because I heard it's the closest to watercolor. So basically it's like an opaque watercolor. If you want, you can use gouache as watercolor as well, but then you can go very opaque. And it's quite scary for me because I'm just now starting to get used to watercolor, and I use watercolor in a very, well, I don't want to say timid way, but I use it in for its transparency and for its ease of use. And going opaque with gouache is going to be, well, it was quite the opposite of it, so it didn't come out fantastic, but at least I learned a little bit and I had some fun with it. I have to apologize for the flickering of the camera. Sometimes it goes to blue and sometimes it stays with nice warm oranges. I have no idea. I'm filming with my Samsung A50. Maybe if anybody of you knows what might cause this, I would gladly take any tips, because it is quite annoying. It happens also when I just take photos. But I will try and figure it out and fix it for next time. Anyways, back to the drawing, or back to the painting. I set up two drawings. One I also drew with outlines, with water-resistant fine liner, and that's the one that I'm coloring in now with the watercolor. And the other one is colored right now with a piece of toilet paper, mostly because I didn't want my hand to smudge over it, because that was just a simple pencil setup for the gouache, because gouache will go over it and it will be opaque, so not see-through, I would say. But before I talk about the gouache, we are doing the watercolors here, and let me talk about that a little bit more. With watercolor, how I work is I go from light to dark, and I think most people do that because it's quite impossible to do the opposite. And I'm still not so. For watercolor and painting, you have to have a process in mind. You have to know, okay, I'm going to do this, that. And I'm still not totally there. I jump around quite often, and then sometimes I forget to do areas, and then I have to somehow fix it. But still, with watercolor, at least I'm building up some sort of structure. I know, okay, let's do a light pass here, a light pass there, and then I slowly start building up the darker ones. With gouache, you can also, and as I noticed, I watched quite a couple of tutorial videos, it is recommended that you work the other way around, from dark to light, but for that you have to use much more watercolor. Oh, sorry. For that you have to use much more color out of the tube, actually. I did not do that. I'm at the point where I was still a little bit afraid of using and wasting too much color, because I just don't really know what I'm doing. But at least I got my foot in there, and it was interesting. Anyways, let me stop rambling around here for now, and I will continue in a couple of minutes when the video actually starts with the gouache.
So as you could see, the video sadly jumps to like almost a half done. Well, I don't know if it's half done or not, but quite a painted in gouache visual. And the pencil underlay is barely visible. That's the way you work with gouache. So, and I'm afraid of this because I'm very much an outline sort of person. So it was quite weird to having to paint over something that I won't see, and then I still have to keep in mind. And yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge, but I actually got used to it quite fast, and I liked it. It basically, whenever I also do digital painting, there comes a point where I'm like, oh, this is not going anywhere, and I really don't like this. And then if you just keep on working and go through that, there's like, oh, everything starts slowly coming together. You start seeing the shapes, colors start harmonizing. And basically, I got into that mode quite fast with gouache. So even though I didn't quite know what I was doing, it felt cool, and it felt like fun, and I did have fun doing it. And it was also interesting coming back, as you can see here, with a darker color and just putting in those little detail. Something that I forgot to mention in the beginning, I was trying to keep the palette quite limited. You could see in the beginning I was squeezing out 4 tubes of watercolor. I think I used 5 tubes only for the gouache as well, and maybe I should use even less, because I did a separate, just a sketch for myself, a little robot that I'm going to throw in there. But yeah, all in all, it is a really fun medium, and it reminds me a little bit of some digital aspects of painting, especially when I have the courage to just go in with like blocking in colors and the full colors and working a little bit opaque and then mixing colors on top of each other. Especially you could see it in a robot as well. But I just really had a lot of fun with this. I can recommend it. And yeah, once again, I got all these supplies from Arteza, and if you would like to check it out, I have links in the description to both the US and the UK web store. These are affiliate links, so you will be helping me out a little bit. But Arteza was also so nice, and they gave me a coupon code. So if you use Robert Laszlo Kiss 3, you can see it also down in the description, you get another 10% off your purchase if you decide that you would like to try out something. But yeah, I want to make up for the video, so I think I'm going to try and make another video this week, and I'll try and upload it on Wednesday. But yeah, until then, I hope you like this video. Leave me feedback. I love reading your feedback. I love trying to be better every time. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see more drawing stuff, or subscribe here if you would like to see more content like this. Well, not like this, hopefully content with much better quality. Once again, I'm sorry about this. Anyways, most important thing is that you guys enjoy the week, and see you next time. Bye bye.